on, guys?
Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
I'm sorry I'm a little late.
Oh
No,
yeah.
you're fine. You're a busy man. You are a
Oh,
busy man. Number one movie in the country, sir. I am impressed. Congratulations. We're
thank
big,
you.
big fans. We had the pleasure of having Michael and Jason on, and I told both of them, like, you guys are huge, whether you realize it or not. Like, you are really going for it, and it's paying off. It's paying off in a big, big, big way. I'm so proud of you guys.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's pretty good accomplishment, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd say more than I
It's
guess. I mean,
it
you're number
is.
one in the country. I think I read today, number three in the world is what I read today. I
That's
haven't
pretty cool.
verified that yet, but
Yeah, I saw the same today. Yeah. It's the number three movie in the world, with what you 2,500 screens or something, I think, here in the US, I think I read,
Yeah.
but to put those kind of numbers up is just phenomenal. Setting that milestone out there for independent films, it's gonna be hard to reach.
I tell you, that's a testament to our fans. You you try and do the best you can. And listen, every movie you go out, you try to do the best you can. It's up to the fans to tell you if you like it or not. And I guess they like it. So happy about that. That means
Yes,
we're
we
doing the
do.
right thing for our fans.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we enjoyed it. I didn't make it opening night, but I did get there this weekend.
Yeah, it was fun. Opening night was exciting. Listen, it's a great ride. It's fun. I've been going to the theaters and just hanging out and listening to people talk, and then if somebody recognizes me, I spend a couple of minutes with them. I screw around with the people. I like having fun. So it's been fun. It really has. It's amazing. The people are great. I mean, even the people that are, borderline, they're very nice people. People that are coming to the shows, they're open, they're honest. It's really cool.
Yes.
I can
so
imagine.
how'd you get hooked up in making movies and all that? Like, can you take us back a little bit as far as, how you started getting into filmmaking and everything like that?
Sure. I was actually retired in 2008, 2009. I retired and I was going crazy a little bit. I had gotten sick, and that's why I retired. I got sick and took me a while to recover. And once I did, one of the things that I needed to do was fill the void of not working. And I was writing a movie, and a friend of mine came over and he gave me ideas, and we started talking about this movie that we ended up making, Joe's War.
Mhm.
Um, I was writing a World War II movie, and he came over and he said, I was doing this. Can you help me with it? And I looked at it, and it was like 5 pages of handwritten notes, and it was more about PTSD and the struggles. So I said, I'll help you out. So I fixed up the writing a little bit, and he kept coming back saying, can we do a little more? Can we do a little more? And I kept doing it. And then he's going, come on, let's do it together. Let's do it together. I said, listen, if we're going to do it, we got to do a feature. I don't want to do a short. So he says, yeah, yeah. Cause I started getting into it. I started interviewing veterans. I started meeting people. I had some things in my own family that fit right in. While I was talking to these people, I was saying, it's the same thing. And the veterans were hitting me with news and stories. And it was basically the same stuff I was going through with one of my family members. And I said, okay. I started getting really into it. So when I was done, I made the movie. And while I was doing it, I said to my partner, I need somebody that knows how to do blood work. And he
Oh
goes,
yeah.
I just did a short, and this kid, Damian Leone, was on it. So I said, bring him on down. Let's see what he's got. So we brought him on. He did a couple of things for me. If I would have known how good he was, it would have been a lot bigger. But so me and Damien hit it off right away. I mean, he saw the type of worker I was. I saw the type of young man he was, and we just got along great. And when we were done, I said, I'm thinking ahead, and I'm thinking, I'd love to work with this kid again. And I said, listen, I know you were talking about this movie about a clown. I said, not it's not my cup of tea. I said, but why don't you give me what you're looking to get to do the movie? I'm about to raise money for an action film I want to do, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll put it in there, and if somebody'd rather do a horror film, they'll do the horror film. So he sent me what he wanted, and I said, wait, that's it? And he goes, yeah. I said, I'll give you the money. You teach me special effects.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, sure. And I found out later, he thought I was full of shit, like a lot of the other people that were talking to him. And I said, just let me know when you got a bank account open. And he goes, I got one. So I sent him a check. He goes, holy shit. Yeah. I said, yeah. So, you know, that's how we decided to do Terrifier. And then, you know, I say it, but like the stars aligned. I had a house in Staten Island that I was renting out, and the people moved out. And my wife goes, "Oh, we got to rent the house." I said, hold off, hold off. I said, Damien, we got a studio to work in. So we built all us, we did all the special effects, molded everything. We did everything in my house in Staten Island. So, we didn't have to rent anything. We didn't have to go anywhere. So we did all that. And, I learned a lot, did a lot of special effects, and Terrifier was born. And then for Terrifier 2, I had gone to, I think the first con I went to was in Arizona. I just went to see what was going on. I never went to a horror con before. So I went and I started watching people. Now you got to remember, this is before it hit Netflix. And there are people walking around and they had like their homemade Terrifier shirts. And I'm going, holy shit. I said, how do these people even know yet? So I said, Damien, how long is the guy with the hockey mask? How long is the, and he's telling me all the years ago. And I said, oh, we got to go bigger, man. This could be something. And that's when we teamed up and we said, Terrified 2, we go bigger. And at that point, I was much better with special effects. So, we got, helped out a lot more. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
of course, Terrifier 3.
Oh man.
Yeah, but we love all the movies, and they
Love
keep
them all.
getting progressively better.
They
Like
do.
it just amps up the excitement for every time there's a new project coming out. You know it's going to be even better than the last one. It's
But,
what you guys are doing is amazing.
yeah, it's like the consensus. But the thing I love about it is, each film has kills, and of course, and if you talk to somebody, the kill, it's so widespread as to what's their favorite kill. I know in Terrifier, in the first Terrifier, most people want the upside down, that.
Yeah.
But there's yeah. So there's still some cool kills other than that. And then
Oh,
you bring Terrifier 2 and you say, what's your favorite kill? And it's widespread. Of course, the majority is the bedroom scene.
Bedroom scene.
Absolutely.
And now you go to Terrifier 3. And me personally, I'm like, there's one that stands out, and that's the shower.
Yeah.
The shower.
One that gets me is the opening scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The opening scene.
Yes.
And the mall scene.
The mall,
Mall scene.
I'll tell you, in Spain, the mall, when that went up, here, it was like everybody wanted to get rid of their kids. The cheer that came out of the audience, I was dying. Said, what a bunch of sick bastards.
Yeah, I told them at my screening there was a ton of young kids there. I'm like, I am surprised there's this many kids. And everybody stayed. Nobody got up and left.
I tell you what, I went to, I took my majority of my family is in Staten Island. So this past Saturday, I went in, I bought, they don't know this, so I hope they don't see this. I bought tickets for everybody to go and see the movie with me. So we went in and I was amazed. 9, 10, 12-year-old kids. I'm like, holy crap. Not one of them left. They would sit, some of them brought blankets, they was laying down in the chairs eating popcorn. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. But it's awesome.
Yeah,
My
it was great.
9-year-old
Yeah.
daughter is obsessed with art. She watches the first two on loop constantly, and she's bugging me constantly. When are you going to take me to see it? When are you going to take me to see the? She's got T-shirts and like she's all about it. She's all about it. She loves
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, listen, again, going back to it, this is a ride for me. When I was younger, I wanted it. I used to, like, anybody that asked me, what are you going to be when you grow up? I'd go, Kirk Douglas. And they'd go, oh, you could be an actor. Yeah. Well, so years go by and here we go, having fun with it. I'm enjoying it.
We
Great
caught
people.
you at the end of the movie.
Yeah, bus driver.
I tell you, there's Oscar rumors about that. It's floating all around my house, Oscar rumors.
all around your house.
All around my house. I'm going to go with it, though.
Make sure you get the SAG card.
Yeah, a SAG. That's another story. I don't go there.
No, you guys are
No.
killing it. I mean, horror genre aside from the independent filmmaking aspect, you guys are bucking the system. Like the old guard of Hollywood is dying. All they can do is rehash stuff, make terrible remakes,
Yep.
make unwanted, unneeded, unnecessary sequels. And you guys are coming with something completely different, completely independent, completely original, and you're hanging with the big guys. Like Art is up there with Jason, Freddie, Michael. He really is. He is the guy of this generation. He really is.
Well,
He's
that's
an
cool.
icon.
We're trying, man. We try. We don't want it to get boring. We don't want it to get like repetitive. Of course, the kills are kills, but you try and keep it progressive. You try and keep it new. You try and keep it exciting. It gets harder with each film, I could tell you that.
Yeah.
We do have a story arc where it ends. Whether something will branch off after that, who knows? But for now, we have a story arc. Then you could always go into different things, but it has to be exciting. It has to be new. It has to be fun. I've said it many times. I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this for the creativity, for the fun. Um, yeah, I'll say this too. My bucket list was filled a long time ago. So this is all, once I made my first film, my bucket list was pretty much done. Family, I love my family. Whenever I get a chance to stay with family, I'm with family. And I think I built a team that's pretty solid. Me, George, Damien, we were the nucleus of this. I brought in the Fuzz Boys. We brought in Olga. We have Jason Milstein, who I met early on, and Jason Milstein's like, unbelievable. He's like the MVP behind the scenes. There's so many people. You have back office people that helped on this one where I normally did it myself. So it takes a whole team, and you have to be comfortable with your team. If you don't have a team that's like a family, something's going to hurt. Something's going to fall. And when people don't blend with our crew, it's time to change that person, But right now we have a dynamite nucleus. I could tell you that. I would go anywhere with these young men and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
They're killing it.
How much were you guys? I know I saw that you did a little special effects and things with Stream. How much of that was you involved with?
Damien did a lot of it. I think Damien did
Yeah.
the bulk of the effects. I did a couple of scenes. I did the end credit scenes. I did the effects for that. I did the props for that. I did the props for the first two Terrifiers. I built the sets for the first two, well, the second Terrifier.
So you
So
built Terrifier.
I built a lot of Terrifier. But on stream, I helped out in a couple of different areas. I think they felt sorry for the old man. Bring him on, let's go. But I try to help him wherever I can. I did one of the scenes that I love that they keep talking about it, and I keep saying, "Oh yeah, that's cool." I'm not going to say which one,
All right.
but it was me.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I've watched it 5 times now, so
Arcade scene.
Was it the arcade?
No,
Was it Daniel Harris?
no.
that's
Was
one of our
it-
favorites.
Tic-tac-toe.
Was it
That's it.
Tic-Tac-Toe?
Tic-tac-toe.
Nice, nice.
He's got it.
Very good,
Very
sir.
good, very deep.
Very good, sir. I
was
was trying to
very
run through
good.
one of my favorite scenes. One of my favorite scenes.
There you go. When they came to me, they said, Damien's busy. Can you do this? I said, listen, I ain't Damien, man. I said, I ain't Damien, but I'll do what I can.
It
And when
was
they saw
great.
it, they said, oh man, that looks great.
It
It
did.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes. So by
Oh,
far.
cool. Yeah, there's a lot of Damien in there too, but it's like I said, it's a team effort with these guys. It's so much fun to work with them. Like George worries about me all the time. He's like, I got that. Leave me the fuck alone. I got it. But he's a great guy. They're great people. I mean, when you work with great people, great things happen.
That's true.
Yeah.
What's the experience been like? I know with your first movie was Joe's War, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
You were actually directed it as well, though.
Yes.
You get the itch to get behind the camera.
Oh, definitely. I loved it. To me, and I'm not taking a knock at anybody else, but directing to me, and again, my movie failed. So it's hard to say, but that was producing. Oh God. Producing is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like directing. I like because not only that, you're getting your vision across. You know, like again, you do different things. You try something. If it don't work, you try it out. I love problem solving, which is, you know, producer and director. But when you're in the front lines directing, I like that. I love that feeling. I like that. I like that control. Producing, it seems like that's probably a better fit for me. But I want to direct again.
Nice.
Well, I think you've put yourself in a position that you're going to be able to do a lot of whatever you would like to do. I mean, number one movie in the country. You're bumping off Beetlejuice, you're bumping off Joker, you're bumping off these big, huge studio like kind of legacy characters,
Yeah.
and you're killing it. You're killing it, and coming with original, authentic stuff. You're inspiring a whole generation of filmmakers that thought they wouldn't be able to do it because they can't get in the Hollywood club. And you guys, what you're doing, it's living proof that like if you stick to it and you got good people and a good vision, you can really do something. It's really inspiring.
You
Like,
guys can tell that you guys enjoy doing what you're doing by watching it. You can really tell.
yeah, you guys, we can tell that you guys are film fans. Like your fans relate to all of these movies because you're one of us, and we see that, and we want to support
Okay.
that. We all love all the work that you guys and Fuzz on the Lens, all of it. Like you guys are a great team, and you're inspiring to not only horror fans, but aspiring filmmakers, writers, directors, special effects people. Like you're living proof that you can do it.
And to us, definitely.
Yeah,
Listen,
absolutely.
I tell you, I'll say it again. It's all about the fans. Because if the fans don't like it, it goes no further than that. So they took to it, and I will tell you this: one of the biggest attributes I would say about me and Damien. Um, no matter how many times people tried to put the screws to us to move on and do things their way, we never ever wavered. I'm the type of person I don't cow down to anyone, so that was never happening. Damien is a lot like me in that aspect. You know, early on in his career would have been the time that they might have been able to get to him, but he's not that person. He loved his character and he stuck to it. And when I met him, I would say, listen, Damien's like a son to me. He's that much in my life. You know, I would do anything for him, and I would hope he would do anything for me. He's a cool dude. He really is.
I mean,
Nice.
doing creative stuff. I mean, it almost it makes you family because you know you're bringing something up to. It's like your child. You know, you created this thing together with this other person or these other people, and you have so much love and investment and time and hard work in it, and to see it grow, just like when your kids grow up and they start to do good. You know, this is something that you guys made, and it's really a beautiful thing. You know, people give criticism because oh, it's gory and it's horror and stuff, but there's something more to it. There's a magic to what you guys are doing that people can feel that's hard to describe and put your finger on. And you're really killing it. You really are killing it. I'm really
And there's a
so
little
happy for
comedy
you
in there
guys.
too. There's a little comedy in
yeah.
there
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, Dave, the comedy shtick Dave comes with, you know, Damien describes him as a living Bugs Bunny. So it's pretty cool. You know, the comic side is very easy for Damien. I mean, for Dave. The comedic side is probably the easiest part for him. The villainous part is probably where his acting comes in, because the goofiness he's got that down pat.
It works so much the back and forth because at 1 minute, you know, it's lighthearted and fun. It's a clown and I giggle when I see Art, and then 3 minutes later he's doing the most gruesome, horrible stuff that's not funny at all.
But
But then
laughing and
again, it
enjoying
is.
it.
Yeah, because you like seeing his reaction to it. Like it's almost like his kills are the joke, and it's funny. It's funny, and it's you can't look away. You can't look
No,
away.
you
That's
can't.
it. Listen, like I said, I had my whole family there the other day. They're like, one sister had the sweater over her head. She, you know, just not going to do horror. They came to support. One of my sisters, she didn't even get to the opening scene. She saw the previews. She got up and went to the snack bar and stood there for the whole movie until the end. She wanted it. Her son had told her that I'm in the last scene, so she came back for the last scene. But you know, it's And I tell you, without the support of family, I couldn't have done it. You know, I have a wife, she's the executive producer, and I could tell you this when I talk to her, I'll say, like, Lee, this is gonna cost, this is gonna cost. She goes, do it. We've been poor before. Whatever happens, happens, we'll do it. If you don't have people like that in your life, and they're not backing you to just do what you want, it makes everything a lot tougher. She's like, just do it. That what you want to do? Do it. And Terrifier and Terrifier 2, she cooked for us. She opens her house to everybody. I mean, it's insane. If you and my sister works at a deli and she catered food a couple of days. You know, you have that. My daughter Lisa Marie, she's in Terrifier and Terrifier 2. Her body parts are all over the place. And we would be making something, and Damien go, I need a left hand. Which one, male or female? Female. Lisa Marie, come on down. Come down. What do you want? All right, we need your left hand. We need your hand to go like this. We'd mold our hand, ankles. In Terrifier 2, in the bathroom scene when Kaylee is getting butchered by him, when he hits her shoulder, that's her shoulder. The knee, it's her knee. When Sienna's in the tank and her foot is wrapped up and it breaks away, when it breaks away, that's my daughter's foot. So it's all over the place, and Damien blends it together nice. But again, this is all things that you rely on family, you rely on friends, you got people. I'll tell you, I reached out in Terrifier 2. I reached out to, well, actually in Terrifier, the first Terrifier, I reached out to a kid I hadn't seen in 40 years, Mikey Napoli. I said, Mike, you keep posting pictures of your cat. He goes, yeah. I said, I need a cat. For what? For my movie. Was all right. Comes down, we put his cat in the movie. So that was one. Two, Terrifier 2, we're looking for a carnival scene. So a couple of my friends used to work, they were a little younger than me, they used to work in Coney Island. So I reached out to my friend Joey Pagano. Joey, anybody still got connections in Coney Island? He goes, nah, not really. He goes, but I know the owner of Nellie Bly, which is now Adventureland. I said, could you hook us up? Yeah. Boom. So these are people I haven't seen in 40, 50 years. And then I called my friend Louie. Louie, I don't know how to weld. I know you used to weld. You still weld? Yeah, I weld. All right, I need you. So, and they just come. It's a village of people that want to help. And you know, if I always feel if you're a good person, treat people right, and you do the right things. And again, trust me saying that, I'm rough around the edges. I say that all the time because a lot of people take me wrong when they first meet me. They think I Guido from Brooklyn or some shit like that. But when they get to know me, I'm going to work side by side. I don't ask them to do anything I wouldn't do. I break my ass. I do everything I can to make the best possible product. My father always taught me, don't do it unless you're willing to sign your name to it. And don't sign your name to it if it's going to ruin it, because that's the only thing I got.
Yeah. Yeah, I was amazed into how much you did. As like, I always think of our producers, I'm giving you the cash, you go do your thing, but you're down in the weeds, and I love it.
Oh yeah, Ben. No, that's like I said, it's not about I mean, Clown Cafe. I'd give you one behind the scenes. I mean, this might be out there already. I'm sure it is. When we were doing Clown Cafe, right before Clown Cafe, we were in my basement because Terrifier 2, we did everything in my basement. That's why I tell you, my wife is amazing. My basement still has Terrifier 2 in it, but we're downstairs and we're 4 days away from filming the scene. And Damien goes, we got to push it back. And I said, no. He goes, Phil, we got to push it back. We don't even have a set. I looked at him and I said, all right, you stay here. You finish this. And I grabbed George and Jason Levy. And my friend Larry is upstate still. Drove up there and we banged it out in 3 days. All that Clown Cafe scene was built in 3 days. I called Damien. I said, come on up. He walked in. He goes, holy shit. He goes, you did it. We banged that thing out. And that was a lot. That set is 40 by 40.
Oh shit.
It had the Clown Cafe truck in it. It had everything. The only thing that wasn't in there when we filmed it was the tank that she's in. We filmed that again. My wife filmed that in my backyard on my patio.
Wow.
Stood there for 8 months.
Wow.
Hell yeah. It sounds like my garage, how it used to be. We used to do a haunt every year in the backyard, but now we all teamed up and we put our name on a haunted house. It's an actual real haunted house in a
We're
haunted
doing a
house.
haunted house in a haunted
Where
house.
is it?
It's here in Indianapolis on the south side. It's called the Hannah House. It's a 166-year-old haunted mansion. Like it's one of the most haunted places in Indiana, and we're doing a commercial haunted house at a real haunted house. Like currently, that's where we're at every weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
super busy.
awesome. That's awesome. That really is. That's great, man. That's great.
It's been fun. And
It's been fun.
like you said, we've dragged all of our family and friends in, and
Yep.
we put them to work, selling tickets or running ticket booths to being scare
Scare
actors,
There
slave
you
labor
go.
scenes.
Yep.
That's it. Takes a team. Takes
Oh,
a
yeah.
good
It
team,
really does.
solid team.
Yep, for sure.
It really does.
But like I was saying earlier, like the fact these stories that you're telling us about all these people coming together, it's inspiring because like we're kind of doing the exact same thing. I mean, he's had a dream to do a professional haunted house his entire life, as long as I've known him.
Yep.
And we've done backyard haunts with him, helping him out over the years. And then when he said, "Hey, I'm going to pitch it to him," they just got under new management. I'm gonna hit him up. And he hit me back a couple of days later. He's like, "They want to do it." So we all got together, started throwing together some money, throwing together some materials, started calling all of our friends and family and getting everybody excited about it. And here we are, not even 6 months later, and we've been up and running for 3 weeks now.
That's awesome. That's what you got to do, man. You just got to, you know what it is? My brother-in-laws call me Ralph Cramden. I don't know if you're familiar with the Honeymooners.
I am.
My brother-in-law John, every time he sees me, he goes like this. What are you doing today, Ralphie boy? And my brother-in-law Jerry, God rest his soul, he used to say, "What are you doing now, Phil? What are you crazy?" I've always, you throw enough shit at the wall, something's going to stick.
Sooner or later, something's going to stick. Yeah.
I've tried everything. I mean, I've done so much. That's why I say my bucket list has been filled. Some of them have filled happily. But even the things that failed miserably, I don't consider them failures because I took something from them. I've had things go south in a hurry. Joe's War went south, but I met so many cool people doing it. Armand DeSante, Ed Asner, Tom Sizemore, great dudes.
Great guys.
God rest two of their souls. One had some demons, of course. Armand DeSante, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. I met so many people. Tom Agnello, my DP, amazing people. I had a club in Manhattan. Met Don Mayaton. He amazing person. I love him. He reminds me of House from guy who plays House, Laurie.
Yeah.
And Gavin got us the person to help us out with our premiere in New York. Now I haven't been in the club since 2008. We were done in 2009. So this is what, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? 15 years ago. And he, yeah, Phil, I got you. Boom. It's things like that. You got all these people helping and so many things. So even the things that didn't work out, you take something from it. It's amazing because if you think of things as a failure and you dwell on the failures, you're going to be in bad shape. You're going to have some trouble. You got to say, all right, what failed here? How did it go? How could I fix this? And what do I take from this that I keep with me and leave the bad luggage behind and you bring the good luggage with you?
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
Well, thankfully, it's paying off for you now. I mean,
it's definitely paying off.
It's
now.
paying off. I don't know. And I said this to both Michael and Jason about. I think you guys are a little too close to it to realize the impact that you're having. Like we as fans, we see what it is. Like you guys got the #1 movie in the country right now.
Art will be up there on the Mount Rushmore of horror.
Said it to both the Levy brothers. Like it's being chiseled right now.
It is.
Like right now, like you got Ghostface, you got Jason, you got Freddy, you got Michael.
Well,
right there. He is the dude for this generation. He really, really is. You're giving that to everybody. That's your gift that's going to be a lasting legacy. People are going to be talking about this movie for generations. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I'm not blowing smoke. I'm being 100% honest with you.
Well, I appreciate that. Your mouth to God's ears. I could tell you, a lot of people, when I get on the phone, they'll go, "Man, you don't sound happy." I'm happy. I'm not that guy that's going, "Oh my God," my family, they go, "You're terrible at receiving good news or gifts." They say, "You're terrible, you're brutal. Can't you?" And I go like this, I could phony it up, but my natural reaction is, "Oh, thanks. It's going good." Yeah. It is. Listen, I'm happy. I really am. I'm ecstatic. This is me ecstatic. I guess. Like even now they say, what are you going to do now? You're going to go on vacation. You're going to do this. I want to work again. I want to do something. I don't know what it is yet. I want to do something. I'd like to do a little project before we get to Terrifier 4. I don't know if that's going to happen. I got two projects that I'm waiting to do. One I wrote, one a friend of mine, Daryl Pennington, wrote. Pretty cool scripts. Again, not horror. It's more thriller. One's thriller, one's the action film.
I was gonna say, is it your action film from?
Yeah. I would have to brush that up a little bit, get the cobwebs off it. But it's a solid script. Both scripts are solid. Both scripts I would love to do. But if Terrifier 4 is next, that's what it is. I don't know when we'll start. A script has to be written. I'm sure he needs a break because, like, even today, I left Damien at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to say I got off the phone from doing everything I could possibly do today at about 5. And I'm right now I'm brain dead. It's it's pretty wild. It was rough. You would think, leading up to it, I was like, all right, I should be able to calm down about a month before we go live. No, right up to the day of. Then I'm going, all right, now it's out. I should be able to relax. No. So, but it's great.
It's a good problem to have.
Great. Yeah. Idle hands is the devil's work. It's true. I've been so blessed and so busy for so long that it just keeps me active. And one of the greatest feelings I have, it's when I went to the premiere. I had my daughters and my son and my granddaughter, and they were beaming. Even though I don't beam, they were beaming, and they were like, man, that's amazing. And this was before we became one or anything. So every day they're like, Dad, look at this, Dad, look at that. And right there, you just say, oh my God, that's everything right there. It's your family looking up to you and saying, my God, he did it. And I've always preached to my kids, don't look at money. Don't look at none of that. Do what you want to do. You only get one turn at life. Enjoy it. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. If you're not happy, it's not worth it. I don't care what they're paying you.
Yeah. You gotta have experiences. That's life. That's why I go to music festivals, I go to sporting events. I do things. People are like, you spend so much money doing this. I'm like, what's the money doing for you if you're not having experiences and not having a life?
Right. That's exactly it. Me, I'm not that. I don't go out. I don't spend money. I don't do that. I really don't. Matter of fact, my sisters and my wife, they go, when it comes to you, you're so cheap. But if somebody needs something, here you go. Somebody else needs it. Here you go. Me or my wife, she'll go, Phil, let's go do that. I don't want to do it. I love being in my backyard with my family. I love being in my sister's backyard with her family. I like being with the family. That's, to me, is the joy that I get. I just went to the United Kingdom. I went to London and I went to Spain. It was nice. 3-4 days in each, I'm good. I want to go home. I want to be with my family. I want to enjoy home. Now, don't get me wrong, going to a beach once in a while. My wife loves beaches. If she wants to go to a beach, yeah, maybe she could hear me. I kind of quiet.
But yeah, for me, like I said, the music festivals, my daughter and I go, so it's always been a thing we've done since she was, in junior high.
Awesome.
So yeah, awesome. We both do. We love the music, and I've dragged her to so many sporting events. She's become a sports fan too. But
that's cool. That reminds me of my daughter Lisa, right? Yeah. We do daddy-daughter dates. We used to have tickets to the ranges. We used to do that together. So my daughter Samantha, she's just had a baby, so it's a little tougher for her, but getting together with the family is the key. It keeps you happy. Especially when like I said, daddy-daughter date. My son, I want to spend more time with him. He's got 4 kids. It's like, oh my God. And it reminds me of that song, He Turned Out Just Like Me. My son, he's like, he's got all these kids and he's like, Dad. I go, come on over. Oh, damn, I'm dead. All right, God, forget about it.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
For sure.
Your family should be very proud of what you're accomplishing because it's amazing. We're proud of you, and we just met you. And like we're big fans, and like just to hear your stories and to listen to you, you're just a regular guy, a humble man. that's
Thank
doing
you.
great things. And like it's just really impressive. And you're in a position where those scripts that you got to dust off, you can do them. You've got the
That's good.
clout now. You've got the gravitas. You can
You would
start
think,
throwing
right?
stuff around, man.
Yeah.
You really can. Like, oh, that idea I had that I never had the chance to do, you got the chance to do it now. And that's so awesome. And you inspire other people, like I said earlier. You can you can lift other people up. I'm sure there's a bunch of young filmmakers out there that would love the opportunity to get on your team and start, working with you. And you got
Wow,
sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. It really is. You got
I
all kinds of stuff
appreciate
you
that.
can do.
Well, just so you know, I'm impressed with you guys. You've opened up a horror house, a haunted house that's also going to be a horror.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
come on, man. You guys are doing it. You're doing what I did. You're taking the step. You're saying, screw it. I'm jumping in with both feet. That's how
Hopefully
it
we can roll
happens,
it
man.
into more.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
We got the podcast, we got the haunted house. We want to start branching out into other stuff because we're at the core, we're fans of horror. And for me personally, like my wife gets on to me because she's not a big horror person, but in a weird way, it's kind of wholesome. When you go to like a horror con and you see like families all dressed up together and little kids like just dressed up like Jason or whatever with their little toy machete, there's something cute and wholesome about that, even though the subject is kind of violent or whatever. But there is something kind of like
Yep.
very family oriented in a weird way. I know people outside the horror community don't understand what I'm saying, but the people
Yeah,
inside totally get it.
I'll tell you, the more you stay around it, I could tell you, like my wife, I'm not supposed to say this anymore, but I'm not horror. I've, who watched the movie so far? You and
I
you.
haven't seen it yet.
So you saw my last statements in that movie.
Mhm.
Those are all conversations I've had with Damien. All right. So we know what kind of movies I like.
yeah.
I'm into rom-coms. So
That was
There's your
real?
next.
You really are?
I love all movies, but I keep like every time I go around, like horror films, to me, there was a span where I didn't watch much movies, but back in the day, I was into the classics, Frankenstein, Dracula,
I grew up watching all
black
those.
and whites, Omen.
Yeah.
Jaws, I never knew was a horror film. I never.
Yeah, Jaws is a horror film.
Yeah, see, I always considered them thrillers, and to me, I separated thrillers from horror. So these are the conversations I'd have with him, and every time we'd be on a panel, like somebody would go, "What's your favorite horror film?" And I'd say Friends. I don't watch horror, but Damien said, "You got to stop doing that, man." And I said, "All right." My daughter, if she sees this, she's gonna go, "You did it again." But I got, once you get into it and you start doing these things, you do become a fan. And I'll be honest with you, what made me a fan of the horror films? The fans. No bullshit. When I went to my first con, not the one in Arizona, the first one after that, when it was a little more well known and they were coming over and talking, I was listening to people and I started talking to them. It was amazing, the people that I met. And I was like, God, these are great people. And I could tell you, my wife, who you say your wife is not really into her, neither was mine. But you know what? She goes in there now. She watches them. My daughter, who is afraid of clowns and would never watch a horror movie, she loves them. She comes in, she goes, I watched, oh my God. She goes, this one was a little more tough. And I was like, what? She's watching them. I'm like, holy shit. Matter of fact, me and Damien, Father of the Year award coming to me. When we were doing the Terrifier 2, I have a couple of shelves right at the bottom of my steps going down the basement. So she would go down. That's how she would leave the house every day. We put Art's severed head right on the shelf. So she would have to go down and through that. And at the beginning, she couldn't take it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, it's all right. And now she's going to watch. Think about it. She's went to watch Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3. She's constantly watching the movies. So they get used to it. They get used to it. You get desensitized. But
Yeah.
when they start meeting the people and they realize we're not, we're freaky in a good way, but we're cool.
Yeah.
We're cool.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, we did Days of the Dead this year and had a table here in Indy, our booth for promoting our haunt and our podcast and trying to get people to come out and help work with us and stuff too. So we've already signed up to do that again next year, and then
Oh, that's cool.
I think
Was Damien and Dave there? Because I know they were in Indy at one point, I believe.
Yeah, that's what you guys were hanging out with Rick.
Yeah, we hung out with Rick a lot, and
Oh,
then
Sties, whatever that fucking name is, Stizniak.
Selfie guy.
so
Selfie guy.
Rick the selfie
Selfie
guy.
guy.
So how about taking 2 seconds and turning it into a career?
Oh, for sure.
For real.
He's hosting Atlanta this year, and now he's hosting the party in Chicago.
Yeah, I
Uh,
love him.
yeah,
He's
he's a trip. I
awesome.
was talking with him today on Facebook or commenting back and forth, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's
all
a
right.
good
I'm like,
guy.
I'm coming up to Chicago for it. I said I need to get in on this Terrifier party you're having. He goes, "We'll get there early."
Oh shit. Tell him I said hi.
Will do.
Yeah, he comments once in a while. I tend to break balls, so it's a
Eh.
little tough.
Sound like me.
Yeah, I'm good at it. Matter of fact, Dan Roebuck, I love Dan Roebuck. He's a pisser. He's a great guy, fun to be around. And I tell you, the minute I met him, I did nothing but break his stones. And like he was looking at me at the beginning, like, who the fuck is this? But I mean, we get along great. And I still break them on him. But when we were
Oh,
watching the movie, when we were watching the movie, he was sitting on the end seat. And just as his scene was going on, I happened to be going in to go sit at my seat. So I sat in his lap and he's going, come on, get the fuck off. So I got him off and I walked down, but my niece took my seat. So I came back out. I said, I guess I'm going to have to sit here. And I sat back on him. He grabs me, hugs me, goes, you know, I love you, you bastard. I told him, I said, I'm sorry I ruined your scene. He goes, what are you kidding me? He goes, that was great.
it's all right.
Oh yeah, that was a good scene too. The liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Liquid nitrogen. Let me tell you something. He nailed that role. He nailed it. He did such a great job.
Yeah.
my daughter that was actually supposed to come on the podcast with us tonight called it soon as he said it. It's all about the beard. She said that beard's coming the fuck off, Dad.
If you don't have a real beard, you're not Santa.
You're not saying.
Yes, sir.
Clowny claws.
Oh, it came. She was right.
Meanwhile, tonight or today was streaming for Stream. Right?
Stream.
Stream,
Yes.
yeah. The
I
release.
give my little plug to my boys at Fuzz on the Lens.
Yep.
I'm hoping for the best for them. It's a cool movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
The
It's a
two
great
of us
movie.
were
We
lucky
went to the
enough-
premiere here in
Yeah.
Indianapolis, like the first showing that it was out in theaters. All three of us were sitting right there.
Oh, cool. That's good. It's
And
good
then
support.
a week later, Jason came on. The week after that, Michael came on. So
That's
they've been on this podcast too, and they're great guys. We really like them a lot.
That's cool. Did you get Steve yet?
Not
We
yet.
haven't. I did
I've
ask if
messaged him.
Steve could come on, and he said, "Oh yeah, but he's usually busy." But yeah, we've reached out to Steve. He hasn't come on yet.
No, Steve is me and Steve are a lot alike, especially at the cons. We don't go to many cons, and when we do, we feel a little
Between you and Levy boys, you can tell him to
Oh,
come
me and Levy, when we're at cons, my wife worries because
on.
the liquor's under the table before we even get there.
Yeah.
And I keep saying I don't drink, and when I leave cons with Levy, I
It's
can't.
Jason, isn't it? It's Jason that's getting you
Yeah.
going, isn't it?
No, it's not Jason. It's Mike.
Oh, it's Mike.
Really?
It's Mike. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Because we asked them who partied more, and
They
Jason
both say they do.
yeah.
Michael says Michael does, and Jason says Jason does.
Well,
But
I
now we
can
got a third
tell you
party
this.
to
I've been at
confirm.
more cons. I've been at more cons with Mike, and me and Mike are bad together. I can say we
Bad
have
in a good way. Bad in a good way.
bad in a good way. We have a ball, but like after like the third con, I walked in one day and I went to my seat and he was sitting there and I looked under the table and there was nothing there. And I said, "What the fuck's going on?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "There's nothing to drink." He goes, "You got coffee?" I said, "I don't want coffee." And it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. He goes,
I don't
you gotta
anybody
get some
that did that
shit.
in days.
Sounds like you. I was about to say.
Yeah, but the best part is when I was younger, I used to drink. I don't drink until all of a sudden Terrifier comes out. We start going to a couple of cons. All of a sudden I'm drinking again. I'm like, what the fuck? But again, I don't drink at home. I don't drink going out. I just at cons.
Yeah.
You go to a con, have a couple of drinks. So
Oh,
Well, you all need to come out to Chicago and then Indy next year, and we'll have a couple drinks.
Yeah, we already got our booth for Days of the Dead next year out here in
that's
Indy.
in Indy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't stray too far from the house, but if I get invited, I'll always go if I'm invited because then you go and they're expecting to see you there, so you get to see the fans. Um, I go sometimes when we have a merch table, I'll go and I'll sit and George gets mad because I give shit away. Like people come by or anything, I go, yeah, I can't charge you for that. Go ahead, go get out of here.
You definitely need to come to Days then.
I
All
have
day
fun with it.
long.
Oh, I have fun with it. Matter of fact, when I sign, whatever I make, I give to the New Jersey Veterans Network.
Oh,
So,
nice.
I since Joe's War, I try to do whatever I can. I have fun with it, man. It's just fun. It's a fun life. It's fun.
Yeah, that seems like it.
It is.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
like the horror world, that's for sure. We had a blast when we were at Days.
Yeah, I've been
Everyone welcome to
going
been
to
there.
Days for years. So this is the first time we actually
Yeah,
ever
as
had
a
a booth
vendor.
there as a
Yeah.
vendor. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, it's fun. Listen, it's fun. I like walking around. Like I said, I like breaking chops. I mean, matter of fact, this shirt is from Breaking Chops.
I saw that. I was wondering the story behind it as I
Oh
saw.
God, I was at one of these cons, and I think I don't want to mess up her name, Tammy Esterline or something like that. She comes up to my table with this thing on Damien Leone, blah blah blah, whatever it is. I don't even know what it says. Written and directed by Damien Leone, and I said the back of that shirt better say, but more importantly, produced by the amazing Phil Falcone. And she goes, oh, no. I said, up, then get away from my table. And she thought I was serious. And then Steve Barton is sitting next to me and he goes, I could get you that shirt before your panel tonight. I said, what shirt? He goes, where it says that. I said, do it, because I was on the panel with Damien. So I put it on, I zipped my hoodie up to here. And when we're getting there, I said, Damien, do me a favor. Is everything all right? And he started cracking up because I need one of those.
That's great.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's all fun. It's good times. And the fact that it's going well just makes it that much better. You get to talk to more people, you get to see more people, and it's not a bad thing. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're super happy for all the success. Even just as fans, because we get to see the product, but like getting to know the people around the Terrifier franchise, and you guys are all awesome guys. Like
Yeah.
I've liked each and every one of you people that we've talked to, and have been thoroughly impressed after the fact. Not only what you do, but what you bring to the table, who you are as people. We can't thank you enough for taking your time to come onto the show, but more importantly, what you're doing for the horror community in general, and also the independent film community. You're establishing a legacy, whether you realize it or not. You really are, and we're thankful as horror fans and entrepreneurs in the horror industry ourselves.
Cool.
It's really something to be.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. I
Oh, I
really
appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Trust me, I appreciate it. I like this. Don't forget to get George Stuber too, the
Yeah.
DP. He's an amazing guy. He's a cool dude. He's been there since the beginning. He was with Damien long before me. He's a great guy. Should get him on the show.
Oh
He
yeah,
has
that'd be
a lot
great.
to offer.
I would love to have any one of the family on the show because we're like I said, I sound like a broken record. We're big
We just
fans.
love talking to you guys.
I know, you guys
Honestly,
are awesome.
You guys all seem like you guys are all cool. You guys seem like all family.
That's why you need to come to Days next year so we can all have a drink together and see each other in person.
Yeah, you got to remind this old man. I think
The hot.
goes in here, out here.
I don't think he's gonna fly out to Indiana and
You never know.
That's it. You gotta get it out there, right?
As I always throw the pitch, if you all need some extras or somebody to be massacred,
Yeah.
We will be
fly out.
happily be victims on our own dime. We will fly out, and Art can murder us as much as he wants.
Yeah.
And
I think that's probably 99.9%
Percent of the horror
of the
community.
people that like Terrifier with the,
Oh.
I'm telling you, you can't imagine how many people go, can you kill me in the next one? Can you kill? One of them is Pete Fulmer. Pete Fulmer cracks me up. He's got a petition out there that he's in his own brain. He's like, if I get 500 signatures, they're going to kill me in the next one. He just came up with a number and he decided that's what it's going to be. I love Pete. He's a dynamite guy. He keeps trying to make me eat his cheesecakes. And I'm like, listen, man, I met you. You were wearing a diaper with fake shit all over your body. I will never eat anything you hand me.
I don't blame you. I don't think I could either.
Shitty cheesecake.
I do like cheesecake though. I mean,
And I heard it's I heard it's amazing. I heard it's amazing. And he goes, Phil, I said, yeah, everybody says it. I met you with a diaper on, shit all over you, and an ugly mask on. I said, I will never eat anything. You could go to the store, buy it, and try and hand it to me. I ain't eating it.
Go straight to the trash can.
That's it.
I'd eat it.
It's great.
I like cheesecake.
I don't like it that much.
Gotta have standards. That's awesome.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's like I said, great people. You get to meet them, and you have a good time. That's what it's all about, having a good time.
Oh yeah. Yep, exactly. That's what we try to do as well.
So, if you did have to watch a horror movie, which one would you say would be your favorite?
My favorite horror movie. Well, again, Omen was up there. Jaws is very, very high up there. The one that scared the shit out of me, and I think it was because I was young and I wasn't expecting it, was Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Yeah.
It's a black and white classic.
My wife was just watching that the other night.
Really?
Yeah. We like the old school stuff.
Yeah, I do too. But for scary movies up to date, I would have to go with Jaws, Omen. I'm sure I'm forgetting some because, like I said, a lot of these things I consider thrillers. Halloween, the first Halloween I liked. The Exorcist.
Absolute.
Yeah, The Exorcist.
Excellent.
I was more into, and again, I'm not going to say rom-coms because that's.
I was gonna say, well, what's your favorite rom-com?
I can tell you my favorite rom-coms.
What
It's
is it?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Things I hate about you. Oh, yeah.
What a Woman Wants. Those are up there. That's a
That was a
classic,
good one,
man.
actually.
Those are
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
great.
I've seen 10 Things I Hate About You a million times with my daughter. That's
Yeah, you see, I grew up on Westerns and war movies. So, like TV shows, it was Bonanza, Rawhide, things like that. Wanted Dead or Alive, Magnificent Seven, the Dirty Dozen.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's so many great ones.
it's like Shane was like one of my favorites. My
Great
dad
Escape.
watched
What was that?
Saddles.
Shane.
Shane was great. I mean, there's so many great ones. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. I love the John Wayne's McClintock, which is more of a rom-com, but was never called a rom-com. But
I
that's
love
what
McClintock. That movie's
McClintock
hilarious.
is awesome.
I crack up
Yeah.
every time I watch that.
Yeah, it's insane. There's so many great ones, and those are the ones I was weaned on. Those are the ones that I wanted to, Last Train from Gun Hill, things like that. Those were the
Anything with Steve
movies I watched.
McQueen. Anything with Steve McQueen in it.
Steve McQueen was great. Sand Pebbles, come on.
Steve McQueen grew up like less than 4 miles where we sit right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Beech Grove,
That's
Indiana is where we're at right now. That's where he grew up stealing hubcaps.
Oh, cool.
Look it up. Look it up.
Shit, I'm not doubting it at all. 'Cause listen, those were the greats. Burt Lancaster. Come
Yeah.
on, these are great actors from the golden years of Hollywood. So yeah, like I try to figure out which sections I like. The 80s I missed a lot of. The 70s I love a lot of movies in the 70s. And now that I'm doing this, I really don't get to see much of anything anymore. So I'm
You're
basically.
not missing much. The mainstream Hollywood stuff, it's crap. It's all crap.
Well, they took a different agenda. It's sad because it's not only entertainment anymore. Everything is trying to put a message to you.
They're trying to push stuff on you and tell you you like it at the same time.
I won't even watch the new TV shows because it's always the same shit. And I'm like, I don't need to hear this. If I'm going to believe what I believe, I'm going to like what I like. But don't try and force me, feed me to shit. Let me enjoy myself. The reason why you go to a TV or to a theater is to escape.
Yeah, forget about it. You don't want society shoving crap down your throat all the time.
Right.
That's why you're watching is to forget about all that.
Right. Because you're already living in the real world.
Right.
And that's that, so you enjoy it more when you just like I watch old shit. That's all I watch now. Okay. There was less of a agenda, or it seemed like less of an agenda, and it was quality.
I still watch it, The Twilight Zone regularly. I love The Twilight Zone. I watched it when I was a kid. I watch it as a grown up. I love The Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I got
It
it.
still holds up.
Damien keeps telling me I gotta watch it again. I watched it when it was first aired when I was younger, and I started watching a couple of them recently, but you get sidetracked. I can't. I need to binge watch if I'm gonna watch, and I
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't have the time right now. I just every this past year was a whirlwind with this movie because we had such a tight schedule, and it was brutal. I mean, Damien, I give the kid a lot of credit. He's been locked in his house. He's out tonight, first time. That's why I won't even bother him. He's like, I'm going out. I said, you go ahead, man, enjoy. But it's rough. It's rough. It was a rough year.
I bet.
Well, all your hard work is paying off, and it is shows in the numbers that are coming out. Like I knew it was going to do good, and I knew it was going to be a big hit. But when I started seeing that you're knocking off big Hollywood studio stuff of like legacy like characters that they're just trying to beat the cash cow and get all the money they can out of it, and then here you come with something solid and original and just there's heart to your films. The nostalgia vibe to it, just the everything about it is genuine. It's not that fake forced crap that Hollywood wants to shove down your throat anymore. And people see that and they gravitate towards it. And the world's been waiting for it. The world's been waiting for it. You're doing great work, sir, and I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really do. Takes a team. You
Yes, it
guys
does.
are a team.
We're
Yep.
trying to build ours up so we can branch out into even more. But the podcast and the haunt, that's our first big swing at it. And we've already had great people like you on, like the Levy brothers, and hopefully we can get Damien on and Steve on and everybody else. Like we would love to like have the whole Terrifier family on at some point. That would
Yeah,
be
it wouldn't hurt. I can tell you that.
no,
Great
especially
podcast.
Not at all.
not at all.
Right, right now, right now, right
Right
now,
now.
you got the bottom of the barrel. You got to get up there.
Yep.
You got to get the big boys, the big bats. But seriously, it's who wants to hear who. And right now, Lauren, Damien, Dave, people like that, they're gonna get the eyes on you. I don't know if you'll be able to get them. These people are swamped, but
yeah.
you know,
Absolutely.
George, Steve, that's a good start. Get the people
Yeah.
on, build your audience with, keep it active, keep it live, keep them happy, keep everything flowing, and it'll happen. They say Rome wasn't built
In a day, yeah.
it's it's the truth. You guys listen, I give you a lot of respect. Today it's hard to get something, it's hard to get people to show up for anything.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing it, man. You're doing it.
We're
So
trying.
that's it. You're doing what you got to do. And
Yeah.
that's
And we
I
appreciate
want
you
to
taking
see.
the time to
I
come
want to
out.
see not the clown up on that wall somewhere, man. I don't see nothing art.
Well, my
you
art
got-
is actually at the haunt.
yeah, you
Yeah,
just
he
gotta-
has a whole bunch of masks.
I have a whole bunch of my stuff's
They're
actually
being
at
used in the
being
haunt right
used.
now. Like
Yeah,
most
no,
of the
they
stickers
should-
and
I
stuff.
see I see a spot on that wall.
Oh yeah, I have a stream poster upstairs, and I have a.
I have 3 of the stream masks at home. I have 3 art masks at home as well.
I gotta get me a movie poster.
That's
I
I
asked
got
him for
a
one.
movie poster, like an actual theater. When I collect those, I have
I don't have any of them.
I got one from Halloween from 1978 that a friend of mine gave me. It's actually like one of the actual ones from the theater.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I never took one. Never even thought to take one. They
Those-
had them. Matter of fact, Terrifier 2. We're walking out of the theater in Staten Island, and the the manager of the thing goes, "You mind signing this?" He had us all sign it. He took the movie theater home. It was like we didn't even think like, "Hey, could we have one of these?" They were all over the place. We didn't take any. I don't have any now.
Oh, you should have got one.
Yeah.
Go to a theater. Go to one of the theaters. I guarantee you they still have one up. Say, hey, this is my movie. Can I have that poster? I guarantee they will tell you
How's
no.
this? I'd rather a fan get it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Of
How
you.
about you
That's-
get it and you could ship it to us and we'll call it. You can sign it.
And
And
we'll just
everything.
rotate it around. We'll take turns with it.
I'll tell you how I am. The last the last three times I wore my crew hat, I had a few crew hats. I had like four of them. The last three times, I have one left. The last three times I went to anywhere with that crew hat on where we were fans. Matter of fact, one was in London when we did the premiere in London, and we're leaving, and the guy goes, I would love to buy a Terrifier hat. And I said, what do you mean you'd love to buy a Terrifier hat? I said, this is a crew hat. You can't buy this. He goes, ah. So I said, if you don't mind, it's been worn. And he goes, oh, I'll take it. So I gave him the hat.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I've been to two cons where people go, I tried to buy the hat online. Yeah. I don't even try anymore. Yeah. Take the fucking hat.
That's awesome.
But now I'm out. So I got one more.
Yeah.
And this is my last one.
Yeah, hang on to it.
That's so
That is awesome. That is
That's the
awesome.
one I wore on the set. It still got the sweat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
It's a collector's item.
Absolutely.
That's it's like I said, I've had a blast. I'm having a blast. It's fun. Like I said, you don't expect things like this. It's wild and it's a great ride. And I wish I was younger doing it, but I'm having fun now. So
Oh yeah.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You've earned it. You got plenty to be proud of. And we're so happy for you guys and everything that you're doing. It's really impressive and it's really humbling
We
that you
love
took
it.
the time to come on and talk to a few guys from Indiana that's putting on a haunt and watching horror movies and talking about them and stuff.
well, that's kid. You listen. A kid from Brooklyn came out of Coney Island.
Yeah.
Very, very poor family. Shit
Look at
happens.
that. Producer
Doing great.
extraordinaire.
Number one movie in America right now.
Number
Number
3 in the
one.
country.
In the
Or
world.
in the world. Yeah, number 3 in the world.
That's amazing.
in the
Number
world.
3 in the world is what I heard today.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
that's what I heard that. I heard was it UK or France was like number one movie in either UK or France. We're not even open in most areas. We don't open until the end of October. And even in Latin America, we don't open till the end of the month. So these are all without
Without even a
Hello.
worldwide release.
Oh,
it's
shit.
not
Wow.
we have a worldwide release, but we haven't opened yet all over.
In
We've
summer.
only opened in domestically and London and France.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
it.
And
I
you're
believe-
already number 3 in the world. That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, if this tells you anything too, I actually tried Party City and Spirit to get an art animatronic. Sold out everywhere within 100 miles, and I couldn't buy them online.
Yeah.
So,
I
tells you
heard
how
about that.
popular he is right now.
I heard about that. A friend of mine in Florida, he called me up. He goes, "How the hell do I get one of these animatronics?" I said, "Why?" He goes, "I went to every Party City and Spirit Halloween, and they're gone."
Gone.
And I spoke to Spirit Halloween during our New York premiere, and he said, "Phil, the shit hits the shelves and I'm gone." He goes that it's like we don't even have to stock the shelves right now. He said you're second behind Beetlejuice
Oh,
in
shit.
merch. And I said, wow. He goes,
Not
yeah.
for long. You're going to be number
You're
1
gonna
on
be number
that.
one.
Oh,
You're going to be
it's
number
cool.
1 on that.
Very cool. It's very, listen, it's happening. It's all this is really cool. It's really going well, but you never know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Terrifier 3 more than I enjoyed Beetlejuice. That's a fact.
And it was
That's
definitely
a
better.
fact.
It's definitely better than Joker.
Yeah, I didn't watch Joker.
Don't.
I don't plan on it. I didn't plan on it, honestly.
Yeah, listen, I think Joker, for whatever reason, I guess the musical didn't go over well, but it definitely helped us, I'm sure. And then the strength of the movie, the quality of it, it's working out well. I'm very proud of it. Listen, it's not nothing to
Should
be
be.
not
You
proud
should
of.
should be.
Very proud of it. And again, The fans are enjoying it, and that's what matters. It's being eaten up, and I love it.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
Love it.
It's
Just
going to
keep
be
looking forward
pretty
to more.
it's going to be pretty crazy come Halloween when you keep seeing arts knocking
I
on your
can't-
door and little pale girls knocking on your door all night long.
Right? Isn't that cool?
That is cool. I couldn't imagine what that must feel
Something
like
you
to
brought to life coming and knocking on your door.
that'd be so crazy. So surreal.
The bouncer, my bouncer at my
yeah.
club from Manhattan, he called me from, now I told you it was 2008, 2009, whenever it ended. My bouncer Marquise calls me. He goes, Uncle Phil. I go, what? He goes, you know what my son's going as this Halloween? I said, no. He goes, Art the Clown. I said, oh shit, that's cool. So it's insane. It's insane.
It's
It's
so
so much
awesome.
fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great ride.
It is. And I can't wait to see the fourth.
Yeah, number 4 is going to
Yeah,
be
Fourth's gonna be fucking crazy,
Really
man.
great.
I can't wait.
Easy, boys.
I know,
We'll
right?
back
He's like,
off.
let me
We'll
breathe.
back off.
He's
We
got
just
a
finished.
action movie to make in between.
Just-
Anybody got
just
any more of them Terrifier movies in there?
You got it thing for the next one.
Yeah. No,
I
got
think,
nothing.
I think they're waiting for a little ending to the storyline. I've heard a lot of fan theories. You know the one I'm talking about?
There's a ton of theories out there, and I could tell you,
Art being someone's father, maybe.
nobody on our end is gonna say anything. Damien's the only one that knows exactly what's going on, and I don't think anybody's gonna hear anything other than there will be a Terrifier 4, and that's about it. And I think, see me, I don't give anything away, even when it's out. I say, go see it, you'll watch it. That if somebody tells me this was mine, I go, great, great. And why did they do this? What do you think? I don't like to try and make somebody else's mind up. I don't even like giving too much away in the story. I like having pieces where you start thinking, oh, I wonder if it's this, I wonder if it's that. And you start, to me, that's what makes it exciting, not being fed everything that he does or everything it's about. So I'm actually hoping that there's a lot of cliffhangers at the end.
I like how ambiguous art is, because you don't really know who he is or what he is or where he came from or
Motivation,
how
why.
it starts. And you have no clue. And I kind of like that because it does leave it open. It's like, is he a demon? Is he a guy?
He's a demon.
Is he possessed? There's all these theories, and it's conversations that horror fans can have.
Right.
And it just keeps it going. It keeps the excitement going because you
Right.
don't.
If we answer all the questions, it's over.
People stop asking. Yeah.
It's over. There's no
Yep.
more conversation.
That's
So
true.
I love that there's so many different things, and we give a little bit each time, but you can't give it all. You gotta enjoy
No.
it. You gotta let
keep
it
him coming back.
permeate. Yeah, that's right. That's
Keep
right.
him coming back.
Definitely.
Yeah, I said, but yeah, we look forward to the next one of those, and we're looking forward to hopefully a stream 2 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be nice.
I'm going to say, listen, in order for, again, I'm not answering for Fuzz. They got to do their own thing, but in order for that to work, the fans have to accept it and bring it in and bring it into the fold. It's got to be worth it for the guys to put the effort and the money into it, because if you put it out there and it doesn't do well, are you going to go more? This is a costly thing. Films are a costly endeavor for investors. Take it from me. I know. You got, if it's not profitable, then the next investor is going to say, how'd you do on your last one? Oh, no, get out of here. So if you want to see Stream 2, you got to watch Stream. You got to get to the movie. You got to watch it. You got to stream it. You got to buy their merch. You got to buy their DVDs. You got to do all that. And again, it's easy for me to say, I'm a producer, but Fuzz has their thing. This is their baby. So, it's not gonna, listen, I want it to do well because I love the guys, but if you want to see Stream 2, you gotta watch it. You gotta make a demand for it.
Yeah, I saw
there
it
is a good demand
twice, and I've watched it on Amazon 4 times. We were lucky enough that he and I got it on the pre-release on Amazon when it was there by mistake for 24 hours.
Yeah, we both bought it up.
We both bought it, and so I've watched it 4 times since it came out then.
I was watching it today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's
good
He was
when we
watching it when we came over for the pod. He had it on. He had stream on when we were setting everything up.
oh, cool, cool. Yeah, so that's what you got, but that's what the fans got to do. If they want to see more stream, it's like with Terrifier. Terrifier, I mean, it didn't work out in the theaters for stream. And I tried to tell the people, listen, if you're enjoying it, there's limited theatrical run. Terrifier was a limited theatrical run, but the fans took to it and the fans went back and it created the buzz for a bigger theater run. So they extended it, got more theaters to put the screens up. It didn't work out that way for stream. We needed people to show up. They didn't do it. So all I'm saying is if people want stream too, they really have to dig in on the and it's harder to make it when it's streaming. So
Yeah.
you got to make it worth it for the fuzz boys to
Oh yeah.
because it's not easy to make a movie.
No,
No,
for sure.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
I can't
we've
imagine.
we've pushed it a lot as much as we can and tell everybody we know they need to watch it and get it. It's fun. Like I said,
That's
I
all you can
bought
do.
a t-shirt, I bought the mask, I bought the movie online. So yeah.
Yep, you did your part. Like I said, I'm just reaching out and saying it. I think it's a cool movie. I think it's really good. But if people don't watch it and don't demand it and don't look for it, it's going to end. Same thing with Terrify. If the people didn't come to the theaters and watch it and go the extra length to stream it on Terrify and all this, we wouldn't be here today talking. So it's the fans that do it. If the fans don't, we're not here.
Yep, for sure.
I went at 12:30 on a Sunday, and it was pretty full in there when I went to see it.
And I went no, well,
Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3,
yeah, because we had the haunt Friday and Saturday night, so I couldn't make it Friday.
But
Yeah, I didn't go Sunday, and I didn't go Monday, but Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it was crazy.
My showing at 5 o'clock on Sunday or 6 o'clock on Sunday was completely sold out.
Oh shit!
And then I thought about seeing it again at the next one after. I walk up, there were 3 seats left in the very front row, and I went, "Oh wait."
Yeah, front row's a tough one.
Yeah.
Those seem to have been the only seats that were left in the few theaters that I was looking at, because I was like, and I think Sunday was a blessing that Monday was a holiday, because Sunday they were packed again. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it was like I said,
Oh, yeah.
both showings, the theater by my house were like I said, sold out or nearly sold out, and there was some little kids yelling at mom that they wanted to go see the clown movie, and she was like, "No." Like there was only 3 seats left anyway, but
I haven't seen Terrifier 3 yet, but I'm hoping I can get off work in time to see it tomorrow. I just got a promotion at my day job and I am working crazy hours and that doing the haunt on the weekends, that time's tied up. But tomorrow, if I can get out early enough, I'm gonna try and swing by my theater and I'm gonna try and see it. I've been super excited to see Terrifier 3. I love
You
the
like
first two
rats?
movies. I love Art. I think he's great.
No,
I
I'm
think
saying,
he's
do you like
hilarious.
rats? Because there's a killer rat scene in this
Well,
movie. Oh
don't
my
give me
god!
spoilers.
I ain't
They've
gonna
been trying
tell
to
you.
spoil it.
I ain't gonna
Gotta
tell you.
stop spoiling it. Congratulations on your job.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
It's cool. Listen, if you don't get to see it there, you'll get to see it eventually, but it's nothing like the big
Yeah, I
screen.
want to see it in the theater. It's
I think you got some time. I don't think we're going anywhere that fast, not after this showing. I highly doubt this is coming out of the theaters anytime soon.
yeah, I think
No.
you just bought another month at least.
Yeah,
Probably
at
longer.
least.
I think we'll be good to the end of the month at least. So
Yeah.
because originally wasn't it
Definitely.
supposed to be just a limited release, like through like the 18th or something like that? Wasn't it originally just supposed to be a
don't
week-long
think so.
run?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think
Yeah, I
so.
think this
Not
one,
for
yeah.
this one.
See, I was
No,
worried.
the last one was limited run, 700 theaters, 4 days, and we ended up staying a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell
Or
yeah!
close to a month. I'd say 3 weekends at least. And they kept adding theaters. So that was pretty cool. This one, we went up against the big boys, and the big boys were in 4,500 theaters, and we did it with 2,500, I think.
Yeah.
And we
Bumping them off. Bumping them off. I'm
So
just
it was
super
pretty
impressed
good.
with that. I'm super impressed with that.
We try and do our thing.
Well, you did.
You did it.
You did it
did
well.
the damn thing.
You did it well.
Try. Like I said, you know what? Everybody's pushing in the right direction and pulling in the same direction. So when that happens, good things could happen. That's why I say you guys stay strong. Don't let any egos get in your way. You gotta be tight. One thing I do, like me and Damien are partners, I make sure he knows everything I hear. He knows I hear everything he hears. You want to keep it open. You want to make sure you're a team and a team. Like me and my wife are together 44 years. I hope I did that right. Yeah, it's 44
You'll
years.
be hearing about it
November.
later.
44, yeah, 44 years in November. And I'll tell you, I hide nothing from her, and I hope she hides nothing from me. I doubt she does, but we're tight. We're a good team. When you got a team like that, it's hard to fail. It really is. You'll always find a way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great advice.
Okay.
We're gonna try. That's for sure.
You'll do it. Don't
We're
try,
hopeful.
just do it.
Yeah.
You'll
There is
do
no
it.
try.
Oh, Yoda over here.
You're already doing it, so you've already succeeded, man. Yeah,
No,
you got it. It's just if they show up and they like it, you'll be gold. If they show up and they don't like it so much, you know what you walk away with? All the positives. You guys did something that you wanted to do. You worked it out. You made sure it happened. You got it done. Right there,
Well, I'll tell you one positive that we did have from last weekend. We walked three groups. Three groups could not or would not continue the haunt. They made it halfway through and they bailed. They didn't want no more.
Nope.
That's the biggest compliment a haunted house
Of
could ever
course it
have is somebody's like, nope, nope, had enough.
And apparently,
And like when they were supposed to continue through the haunt, they turned left and left. They left the haunt. They already
Good.
paid for the
Good.
whole experience and didn't even make it to half.
That's good. That's what you want. That's what you
Apparently,
want.
we're doing something.
Yep. I've only been to one haunted. Again, it's not a haunted house. I've Fright Factory in Pennsylvania, where we filmed Terrifier 2. And Frank Procopio, the owner, dynamite guy. Matter of fact, Frank, if you're listening, or when you're listening, I promise I got to get out there. I was supposed to go this Friday or next Friday. I'm hoping to do it this Friday. I don't know. But I went into his and I was like, there was one part where I had to walk through this tight thing, and I'm like, nah, I'm claustrophobic. How do I get around this thing? I ain't doing that shit.
yeah.
I went around. I said, no, I ain't doing that, man. But it's cool. It's cool. I like pushing myself to certain things, to beat that. But that was not going to be one of them. I was like, oh no, dark, closed in. Nah, I'm done. I'm out. Call me a wuss. I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
got to know your limits.
That's it.
Definitely. We all got them.
That's it. If people would have saw me going running out, it would have been bad. It would have been bad for my image.
Just a little.
Nowadays, everybody has cell phones. That would have gone viral
That
instantly.
would have been, yep. Well, you got to be careful with
Producer Terrifier is scared of a haunted house.
Yeah, you got to
There-
watch these cell
started-
phones. They're
It
murder.
was from a scene in the movie while we were filming. It was too much for even me. You got to spend it.
Got to play it. You got to
going.
play it.
Gotta keep that hype going.
Oh shit. Oh man, this is cool. I like this. Shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we started the podcast. We're all movie fans and horror fans, and we thought, well, why don't we just sit here and shoot the shit and just talk about movies? And that's mainly what our podcast is just talk about the horror genre and what our favorite movies are, movies we like, movies we hate. And then when streams started coming out, we started really trying to push that, and we reached out to Jason, reached out to Michael, started getting actual guests on the show, and now here you are, sir, and very humbling and very appreciated that you took the time out of I know you're very busy. I
Yeah.
know you're very busy. Number one in the country. I know you're very busy, and we are humbled that you took that time.
Don't be humble, man. I'm glad to be here. And I'll tell you, see, I said shoot the shit. That's what I was a while ago. I was thinking podcast. I said I like to talk to people. Maybe I'll do a podcast.
You
And then
should.
You should.
I call it. And I was going to name it shoot the shit, shooting the shit. And I said,
There you go.
yeah, right there. People will go like this. I ain't getting on that fucking thing.
You got a whole bunch of guests just with the people that you already work with.
Yeah.
Come on, David will come on, like the Levy boys will come on, like all these people, they'd come right on, and your fan base would tune in. They
Yeah.
would definitely tune in.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, you'd be an instant hit. Shoot the Shit podcast with Phil Falcone. There it is.
There it is. But here's the problem. I don't have time to think, let alone do something like that.
Yeah, that's been us the last few
That's
weeks.
been
Yeah.
it's been about
That's
a
all,
month.
well, you're doing it, man. That's important. That's big. That's big in my book. That's for sure. I give you a lot of credit. It's
Appreciate it.
tough to get out there and do these things. It really is. People don't realize how hard it is. Even, yeah, podcast, movie, all these things, they're hard to do. They're
Yeah.
hard to do. A lot of moving parts.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely agree.
Well, people like you were showing us that it can be done.
I thank you.
Thank you. I mean, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for spending the time and coming in, talking with us.
Yeah,
and
we've had a
everything
blast
else.
tonight.
We've had a blast. You're an awesome guest.
Yeah, you are.
Like,
If you ever want to come back, just
yeah,
let me know.
anytime.
Shoot me a
Anytime.
message, be like, hey, you guys want to shoot the shit again? Come on. We'll shoot it with you
Anytime.
anytime you want. We've had a fucking
You let
blast.
me know.
Hit him up and say,
If
hey,
I could do it, I'll do it.
you want to discuss?
Yeah. We'll do a one-off.
got a
Let's talk
rom-com.
rom-com. We'll do a one-off show just for
Let's
you.
talk
Let's talk
rom-com.
rom-com.
And my daughter keeps telling me,
On the
why don't you do a
Marco offended.
comedy or a rom-com? Those are the ones you like. I said, nah, that ain't happening. I ruined the experience for myself. I like the horror is good. I like the horror. Thriller, I'll do a thriller. Action, I'll do action. Rom-com, I'll leave that to the people that are a little more sensitive than me.
Yeah, stick to the serial killers and the gore. It works. It works.
Works well.
It works very well.
All work.
Very well.
Oh shit. That's cool. Listen, I had a blast tonight, guys.
So did we.
So do we.
If there's anything else I could give you, let me know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think that's
Hopefully
about
you'll
it. from
start
us.
coming out to some more of the cons, and maybe we'll bump into each other sometime.
Your mouth to God's ears. I like doing them, but if I got to be invited, if I get invited, I'll be there if I can. Say hi to the fans. Cons are nice, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a lot of
there's a-
cons.
there's
Yeah,
a lot.
It's a big commitment
I
for
think-
a
Oh, yeah.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last one, not this season, of course, but the last season that I was free, I think that was the most I ever went to, and it was like I think I went to like 8 or 9 of them, and I was like, holy shit, that's a lot. You
Yeah.
get a lot of things because then when you go back, you got to catch up to all those 3-4 days that you were away, and you're like, oh my God, I got all this work to catch up to. That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
But it's fun when you're there. Fun is all
Oh,
hell.
yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
they
yeah,
are.
yeah,
Then
they
you
are.
got to catch up to your work, which isn't fun.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like I said, I didn't know if Chicago's got the big Terrifier 2 thing going, with a bunch of the cast members there and everything else. I think Damon's supposed to be out there for it as
I
well.
think he is.
Yeah.
I think Damien's going to be there.
I think
Yeah,
Damien-
When
Means
is that?
November
22nd.
something like that.
Something
Yeah.
Oh
like-
yeah, he'll probably be there. November. Now he couldn't do anything for a while. He only did like 2 shows this year, I think.
Yeah.
I might be off on that, but yeah, he's free now. Well,
Ish.
right, he's free-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had half a day today off, and then I think he has tomorrow, and then he's back to work.
Yeah.
So
Well, he keeps cranking them out like this. So they're going to keep him
That's a
busy.
good problem to
Yeah.
have.
yep,
Good problem to have.
without a doubt.
Yeah,
Without a
keep-
doubt.
I'd rather be busy than not have anything to do. That's for
I know
sure.
that's right.
Same here. Same here.
all right.
But I could take a little
Wire.
breather right now. I could use 2 or 3 days off.
2 or 3 days. I'm
without
the same
getting
way.
without getting a phone call 2 or 3 days would be. I tell you right now, when I get off this podcast, I probably have about 20 emails that I'm going to have to deal with because every time I'm not like, that's why my wife goes, why are you always in your phone? Because I'm swamped with things. So, I'd much rather be making a movie than answering emails. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Definitely understand that one.
Well, sir,
Makes
we
it a lot
don't
more fun.
want to take up any more of your time. We appreciate that you have spent so much with us. It's been a wonderful experience. Thank you again from the bottom of our hearts, from true horror fans to someone that is really establishing something that's going to last generations. You're establishing a legacy, sir, and congratulations to you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And trust me, I feel it. I love it. I had a blast tonight. You guys are great. Best of luck
Thank you.
on your podcast and on your haunt. I hope it all works out. I'm sure it will. You're already a winner.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks again.
Have a good
You have a
night.
great night.
You
Thanks.
too.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Phil
Boils
Falcone,
and Ghouls, the
he's
producer of the Terrifier films.
#1 movie in the country.
Phil Falcone, awesome guy, man. I
He
was
was
pleasantly
good.
surprised. Like, dude is awesome. I like him a
Very
lot.
down
Me
to
too.
earth.
Like
Yeah.
he's got
very
like
down to
that
earth.
favorite uncle kind of vibe. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I would definitely go have a
Ask him
drink
to
with him.
call him
Oh
Uncle
yeah,
Phil.
yeah. I want to have a beer
Uncle
with him.
Phil.
I want to have a beer with him. Like
Right.
like he's that guy that you just want
I
to sit
want a
at the
shot.
bar and shoot a shit with.
Yep,
Yep.
for sure. Hopefully he makes it out to all the cons.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Indy or Chicago would be great because, like I said, I plan on being there for that one.
I think I
Well,
will.
we're gonna have to start twisting
We're
some
gonna
arms
go.
of his associates
Okay,
and get
go.
everybody all in one spot.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
Yeah.
to. We're gonna have to.
Definitely.
Right.
Well, thank you all for listening.
Sorry we didn't do our intro tonight, but
Yeah.
special
Yeah.
guests.
It's
We just
super
went
heated.
straight for it.
We jumped in. Well, thanks for coming to Let's Talk Horror, and
Thanks for listening, guys.
Have a good one.